So if you folks would like to join us up here, leaving a seat for witnesses, we'll, you drew the deck, you drew the ace.
Yes, sir, I guess I did, Mike.
All right.
You ready for us? Mr. Johnson.
Well,
Well,
we're
wait,
here.
he's applicant here. You ready for me to proceed?
Just have a seat.
Okay.
We'll swear people in here in a minute. That's,
This is the 1:30 hearing for today's date, which is December the 20th, 2006. This is an application filed by Mr. Daniel A. Johnson for Brickhouse Inc. on 218 South Main Street, Jonesboro. This is an application for a private club.
I just want to see who works there at one game.
The application was refused by the ABC director, Mr. Moore, on the 16th of November, 2006. There was an objection from the prosecuting attorney. There was some objections by area residents, and some technical matters as well. Health department, school, fire supplies, and the telephone. Let the record reflect that the applicant is present this morning. The applicant is represented, as I understand it, by Mr. Scott Hunter and Mr. Sam Gilbert. There are a number of folks here that are in opposition to this application, and those folks are represented by Mr. David Hope, the inimitable David Hope.
give Bobby any relation here?
You know, I have no idea.
Maybe so.
Mr. Hope says no.
All right.
Certainly give due consideration to his senior status. To his young member status, you gotta give some credit.
Mr. Hogan has asked us, as I asked people, not to hold it against him because he was in the legislature, just like me. Okay, we're going to need, gentlemen, for the witnesses that you hope to have testify. Just raise your hand, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this hearing is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you very much. Okay. For those of you, I think everybody's been here before. I don't see any faces in the room that aren't new with us. We're going to allow the potential permit holder to go first to tell us a little bit about what this is, what their hours of operation are, how they expect to run their business, at which time Mr. Hogue will then ask questions, and then we will allow him to present a case as to why the permit should not be granted, and then we will be taking a public vote. So with that, we'll turn it over to you, Counselor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm gonna call Congressman Hope first.
Listen to that. I don't think Congressman Gary would do that.
Will you state your name and address, please?
Bobby Hogue, 2405 Abbey Road, Jonesboro.
And Mr. Hope, you have served in the legislature.
Yes, sir, I have.
How long have you served?
20 years.
And you also hold an office in the city of Lake.
Well, I served as the Speaker of the House for my last two terms in office.
And how long have you been a resident of Jonesboro, Craighead County area?
I moved there in 57, was 57, became a resident in 58.
You've lived there since then?
All except 1 year when I moved to Kennett, and 1 year lived in Tennessee.
So you're familiar with the area or the location of the proposed site for this permit?
I am, believe it or not, I went out there yesterday.
And you're familiar with Mr. Johnson?
I am.
And having known Mr. Johnson, do you know anything bad about Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
There's not anything we're gonna tell today.
No, sir, I was kidding.
Yes, do you think that this board were to grant him a permit or anything that leads you to believe he couldn't operate for a particular establishment in the best of all ways?
No, sir, not at all.
And if you would, tell us a little about this particular area in the Jonesboro, let's say downtown.
Well, of course, having lived there for a number of years, I have seen the downtown area go from what I would call a ghost town to an area now in Jonesboro that's just booming. You can go down during the day, you can go down during the night, and there are individuals out on these streets walking around, visiting, shopping. We now have a number of shops that have located back in the downtown area simply because people are going down there. And before we had some restaurants that have been able to provide some very outstanding services there and some outstanding food. People just did not go downtown because there was no reason for them to go to the shop or to have dinner or lunch. And so it has just changed the whole atmosphere of downtown Jonesboro completely. I can't tell you if you haven't been there, you need to come down and look at it and see what's happening. A lot of the young developers, which Dr. Johnson is one of those, among some others, have gone in and they have also bought a lot of the downtown buildings, which were really in the shape of just falling down. And they have installed and built loft apartments. People are living, believe it or not, they're living in these loft apartments. I imagine all of them are probably pretty well filled, but the people living there, the restaurants and the shops, and new shops that are now located there, people coming down, we're having a real parking problem. But it is really, really nice. And of course, some of those restaurants have started, or do have, entertainment. They have a blues night on Monday night, I think it is. One of the nights, and they have a band. And I don't know what to compare it to other than I told someone it kind of reminds me of when I went to Fort Worth the last time. They have a main street there on Fort Worth. They said it used to be just a dead nothing, and now it's just booming. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Not as large, but there are just people all over the place now. All kinds of.
Bob, obviously you're a member of substantial member of the community there. Do you, and one of the things we've heard up here over the years, testimony since these have started, is that there's a lot of, this inevitably granting alcohol permits lead to crime and all sorts of stuff. Have you ever observed any problems? Have you been down there on the streets or
I have
people
not.
fighting or drunk in restaurants?
I have
Things
not,
that
and I've never, since I'm down there, I've never seen the police coming in doing anything. Believe it or not, I belong to two of the private clubs there on the main street. I eat there very often, and I just haven't seen anything like that.
If you would, just hold good, can you kind of give us the impression, contrast? I know because I've been there, but this board may not have been down there when it was what I call a ghost town, the board of that versus today as far as pedestrian traffic during the day and during the night.
Well, it's just, as I said before, it's just, it has amazed me at the number of people. And we have had not only the damage to shop, and the merchants are now putting in these shops, which they would have done before. But there are a number of course, attorneys have always been fairly close to downtown because of the courthouse. But we also have some attorneys that are going in and rebuilding those buildings and now locating right downtown.
It's like a killer shit.
But anyway, it has, Jonesboro through the years, thank goodness to a lot of people, we have become the manufacturing capital of Northeast Arkansas, the medical center of Northeast Arkansas, the retail center of Northeast Arkansas, and last but not least, the educational center of Northeast Arkansas, and southeast Missouri. We have a trade area there with people coming from southeast Missouri into Jonesboro because of the new laws and those kind of things. And we've just become that center. And now, with Arkansas State's effort with the arts and their entertainment and the center they have there, and with the other areas downtown now that offer real becoming and probably will be, if they're not already, the entertainment center.
Do they still have the Christmas parade that went down Main Street back when I was a kid now?
Yes, sir.
And they do it proudly?
I'm not so sure. I don't know if it goes down Main Street or down, still go down Main Street. Until I haven't been to it lately because it's a dang cold the last time.
Tell me just how was it before revitalization? Was it just absolutely dead?
Well,
When 5 o'clock come, nobody was there.
there was no one there. All the shops, because it wasn't, the thing about it wasn't any shops down
There
there.
wasn't no reason to go there.
There wasn't any reason to go there. And so, if there wasn't anybody there, they closed the courthouse up and kept people home. Of course, you know, it's like a lot of cities where they have a bypass or something that comes by and everybody wants to migrate out to the bypasses and stuff. And of course, that had happened. And, but now it's just changing.
Board members have any questions of Mr. Hope?
I do have a question. Mr. Hope, there are 3 other outlets that serve alcohol in Jonesboro?
No, I think we've got 9, 10 altogether.
Now, 16 or 18, something like
Three
that.
down.
There are three downtown? And you would argue today that those 3 are the drivers for the redevelopment of the downtown, is that you can serve alcohol in those 3 private clubs?
I would say that they are close to the front leader in that. I think it all goes together with the restaurants and people wanting to have dinner with a nice glass of wine, or lunch with a glass of wine. Then people are coming down there. But at the same time, other individuals see these people coming downtown now, so they're now building shops there. So I don't know that you could put one thing as illegal, but I do know this. I do know that those restaurants are very nice restaurants, and people like to go down and have dinner and have a glass of wine, and therefore the other people see them coming. So I'd say that it's very, very close to the front of what's driving that new development. It's downtown.
Would it be fair to say that they were the first ones to open up the ghost town?
They did, and they, of course, there was a considerable amount of money invested in those restaurants. And as you know, the certain standards they have to meet, how those you could require that, of course, they have to
I'm gonna get rid of
Okay, do any members of the board have any questions of Mr. Hope? Okay, Mr. Hope, do you have any questions of Mr. Hope? Young Hope versus older Hope, all right.
First of all, it sounds like what you're saying is that the ball started rolling on improving Main Street now, right? Improvements are coming because these restaurants have already come in, more restaurants, more shops, more everything's coming in. So do you think that the key to the improvement so far is the alcohol itself, or is it just the quality of restaurants with or without alcohol?
I think it may be a little of a lot of both. I think there's some fine restaurants there that provide just very delicious food at a very reasonable price. And But there are a lot of people that would go to the country clubs and other places that had alcoholic beverages to have dinner that would not come to those restaurants if they had not had an opportunity to have a glass of water.
Okay. Do you have an opinion on how much is enough?
No,
Not restaurants, but just alcohol.
no, sir, I don't have an opinion on that. I think that that would be left to the police chief, the mayor, and most people, if they end up and have problems downtown, then I think they're the ones that would say, look, things are not good here, and they're not, our chief, police, and mayor now is not bashful about saying that. Not too long ago, they came out, and the chief wrote a letter to some individual operations there telling them that they didn't get things straightened up, and they were gonna shut them down. So,
If we can, we record all this, so let's all try to speak as clearly and distinctly into the microphones as we can. You might put yours a little closer, Bob. And you and Mr. Hope might share theirs. Okay, Mr. Hope?
Do you have any concerns about the fact that aside from the apartment calling that you just testified about, do you have concerns about the traffic problems or the fact of a youth gathering spot right at the end of that block?
you know, that they have accessibility to that youth center from two or three different directions. That would not be a problem. Anything dealing with
Okay, so to you, the fact that a good number of youth go to the corner that would be just probably one full block away from this alcohol outlet, and they often come from neighborhoods around that, even on the other side of the alcohol outlet, walking, then have any problem for you?
No, so there's a red light, of course, right there at that intersection, and I think that, you know, there would be ample protection there. That red light is crossing the street.
Crosswalks around there,
There it is.
across Main Street. Okay. If the people of City Youth and most of the justices of the peace and the prosecuting attorney and the county court judge are opposed to this, how much, if any way, would you put in their opinions?
Well, I respect all those individuals, but I've also been there for 20 years, and I know that those elected officials feel like that they have no option other than to be opposed to any additional, permits that would be issued in the city. And,
What do you base your, obviously you have the opinion, unless you're telling this board that you've talked to them and they've said to you they feel forced to say these things and give their opposition. What's your basis for your opinion that they feel forced and that they have no chance, no way to do anything but oppose?
well, that's a good question, and I have not talked to them. But when I was in office, I talked to all of them a lot.
And when were you in office?
You know, they got out in '99. And up until then, I talked to all of them. I assure you, that was one of the big issues. That's what.
Since '99, have you talked to any of those about why they oppose this? Okay. Would you not agree with me that if the ball has started and businesses are moving in and people are doing well, it would probably be a better idea not to put yet more alcohol, especially on the end of the street where the youth service or the youth organization is, and where we already have booming economics. Why do we need yet one more alcohol outlet down that end of the street especially?
Well, personally, I think that having another alcoholic beverage restaurant would not harm or hurt anything. And I believe that the this restaurant is going to be, from what I understand, is going to be an upscale restaurant. And you're not going to have people that are going in this restaurant just to go in and sit at the bar, if they have a bar, and consume enough alcohol to get intoxicated. Now, I'm not saying that won't happen, but I don't think that you're gonna have that kind of people, and I don't think Dr. Johnson would tolerate that kind of behavior. So I don't think that you will have, again, one more thing, I don't think it makes any difference in the behavior of people that go in there and go downtown. I do think it will increase the number of people that would want to come down.
Are you familiar with most of these restaurants downtown?
Yes,
And do you have any idea how many people this Brickhouse is going to serve?
I do not.
Do you have any idea how many people on a daily basis Sheffield, Julio's, or Figueroa serves?
I do not.
What about Chef's Inn?
Chef's Inn, since I eat there on pretty regular occasions, they serve a lot of people.
You eat at Chef's Inn more often, or Sheffield, Julio's, or Figueroa's?
Probably Sheffield.
More often than Chef's Inn. Okay. Would it surprise you if I said the Chef's Inn brings in around 250 to 300 people downtown on a daily basis, whereas Sheffield's, Julio's, or Figueroa's only has 73 around 36?
No, sir, wouldn't surprise you.
Would it surprise you that based on that, very likely Chef's Inn is bringing more business, tax revenue, and people to the downtown area than the shop at all the other shops instead of drinking alcohol?
You asked for me to respond to that.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, I think you have a completely different clientele there than you would have at the other restaurant. Because I've been there, these are folks that come in from all the construction workers and some have a very good reasonable lunch. And you eat all you want for $7.95. And they have good food, and so there are a lot of people that come in there just to have lunch. And even some of the attorneys, I saw some going the other day, so I think you have a completely different clientele to be in there.
But the numbers are still there, right?
Yeah, I'm going to object to this. He put some evidence that those are the numbers. I don't know how he knows what those other 50 restaurants are doing.
Well, I was about to ask about numbers. Do you have, documentation? When we take hearsay evidence, as you well know.
I think it's going to be hearsay evidence.
All right.
I'm basing this on the numbers that I have in front of me and numbers that we testified.
Where did those come from? Well, we'll give you a chance to. We'll give you a chance. Let him go ahead and say that, and then when we talk about the numbers, I want to ask about the numbers too, because I wrote those numbers down. That looks like about 840 people a week from those 3 restaurants, I believe. So if I wrote my numbers down right, then multiply it times 6 days a week. So,
Are we talking about two different things here, though? You're talking about lunch business, maybe, and Bobby's really talking about fine dining at nighttime in the afternoon.
the chefs in it.
Why can't they do the business with it?
I can know. These are the numbers I have here, and I'll bring in a witness who will explain this a little bit more. The numbers I have are 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sheffield's 47, Julio's 8, Figueroa's 32 on November 9th. I've got from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Chef's Inn average.
I'll tell you what, Dave, let's wait and why don't you present that with your case if it's okay. I think that's what let's do. Okay. Other questions,
Yeah,
Mr. Hutchins?
my question was based on the idea that we seem to be putting a higher value on the say the 47 people at Sheffield who are drinking alcohol than the 300 to 250 people at Chef's Inn because they're likely to shop more. Is that what we're doing?
No, I don't know that you put a higher value on those people that go think it would have been valuable.
Okay, but what we're trying to attract to downtown Jonesboro is not the type of people who come to Chef's Inn. We want another small restaurant serving alcohol, that's what we want.
Not necessarily, I think you'll have some of the same people that go to Chef's Inn that will go down to the Brickhouse.
Okay, anything else? Mr. Hogue, we really appreciate you taking your time. I know how busy you are this time of year, and as a former colleague, I can understand that. So we appreciate you coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. All right,
Chair, we'll go off record for a second. I think your cell phone, is it on
So-
She's picking it up on her,
it must be a vibrate. Well, it's not, it's on site. Sheffield's is, or not Sheffield's, but what this new restaurant is, and its time and the kind of place. Can we get that out here so we know exactly what we're talking about before we have the character witnesses? Can we do that?
Yes, tell Mr. Johnson, Dr. Johnson.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to know about the character of the place and what it is.
I was saying, you can take the finale.
Well, I think it'll help us. It'll help us know really what we're talking about.
No, it's not hard, that's for sure.
Will you state your name and address, please?
Dan Johnson, 311 South Church, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Mr. Johnson, you're the one seeking the permit for this.
I am.
Would you tell the board of relevant establishment?
It is what called by that gives a little, everybody, I'm a visual person myself, so I thought I'd give some ideas there. And peruse these a little bit, look over them, that would give you definitely feel what this stuff look like. Here are kids menus as well.
And while I'm up, I'm going to go ahead and pass out something else for you.
That's going to be the golf counselor.
Sure.
Able to have functions when they need to, that type of thing. But definitely provide eatery of the nature of kind of have a really nice meal, a nice relaxed atmosphere. You feel home. In terms of the hours of operation, we're closed on Sundays, open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday probably will be open from 10 a.m. till about probably 11 p.m.
How many people will your restaurant see?
Downstairs we have about 70. Upstairs we have accommodations for, depending on how we arrange the tables, that could be probably for another 7 to 8.
Did you say you were going to be open Sunday?
We will not. I'm not planning to be open Sundays.
How many people we need to know?
Kind of depends on the amount of business that we have, of course. I have a wonderful, I'm going to be very hands-on myself. I live just 2 blocks away in the downtown area. The nature of my business allows me to have, create my own schedule. I plan on being there an extensive number of hours, along with a full-time manager with 14 years of experience. And in terms of the staff of the employee, will basically be driven by the amount of customers.
How many do you think you use open for restaurants?
We'll probably have at least, close to 20, part-time, full-time individuals. That's all. Depending on the city. A lot of students, obviously we're using individuals from 20 or older, and typically those are college students who want to work on their schedules. So sometimes it depends on the amount of schedule and we have to be able to put around that big piece of employees that we have.
And are you proposing to have just a service bar? We're not talking about a stand-up bar where people can go hang out and drink.
Right. No, we're looking right now at we will have wine, beer, and mixed drinks available.
But nobody can stand up at the bar and stand there for an hour and order a drink, have a drink. You
No.
have to order drinks with your food. That's kind of one of the unwritten laws that I've sort of made about voting for private club restaurants.
No, absolutely. I do understand the standing versus, we do have a stool area, but it's for food. I mean, that type of thing. They would be serving the beverage and for food. It's not a bar.
There's no hangout period. Okay, do we have questions of the board?
Mr. Chairman, I got a couple of questions.
Tell me about your background. Now, you're a doctor. What type of doctor?
I measure functional brain capacity. I do neuropsych. My background, want the long story or the short story?
We'll take the short story.
Fair enough, fair enough. I actually worked substance abuse for the state of Arkansas for a number of years during my master's degree. And so when the program was there, I had a program where you got to check if you could prove that you were impaired by your virtue of your substance abuse or alcoholism. So I'm really well versed in terms of, statistics that are, going to go along with that, as well as the adverse impact it can have on the community if abused. I moved from that more to the neuro part. So I measure Alzheimer's, strokes, and head injuries, and that kind of thing. I work for myself. I also run a company that measures brain function for mental athletes as well.
You're a PhD.
Yes, I have a PhD.
If you look for,
And where are you originally from?
My parents were missionaries, and so I grew up in Haiti and Jamaica and Mexico, Canada, Filipino reservations in the Southwest. But I went to high school in Jonesboro. I consider Jonesboro my home.
Any other, what involvement do you have in the community? And
Absolutely. I am. I've helped people design a variety of boards. I do the hospital at St. Bernard's, at NEA, Health South, where I'm director of neuroscience services there. I do a lot of inpatient programs in the community as well. So we're looking at Alzheimer's. I work with senior center a lot. probably 80% of my patient population are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. And so I do a lot of presentation on healthy aging and that kind of thing in the community.
Being the educated person that you obviously are, why do you want to get into restaurants?
Because I went, I did an undergrad in Chicago and I did my master's in Memphis and did my PhD in residency down here in Orland. And I like having good food. And there's very, very few places that get good food in Jonesboro. So in lieu of waiting for one to show up, I decided to give them an answer the question.
I'm sure Piero's and some of them would argue that their food's pretty good.
No.
But
It is. I love Piero's. I love Piero's. I like the 501. I like, Julio's and Sheffield. But for restaurants,
you think you can offer something unique?
Absolutely, absolutely, and just more of a variety. Just, it's not that the quality is there; it's just more variety.
And compare for me, if you will, and I've seen the menu. I don't remember what the others were. I mean, where's your niche in the market going to be here?
In terms of, I think a good spot in terms of niche is American cuisine with a Cajun kind of flair to it. Okay. I want to have a variety. We don't have a huge menu, but what we have is going to be excellent. It's going to be top notch. I mean, it's 3 pages worth. You look at some menus that are 18 pages. I almost get confused. It's going to be top notch. Everything there is going to be excellent for our members.
So we have down in this, and forgive my forgetfulness, but down in that area, you've got what, Sheffield's, Piero's, Julio's. And Julio's, is that the Mexican?
That's the Mexican.
And that's open now.
It has opened.
All 3 of these are open, serving food, serving wine, drinks, and all that right now.
Yes, sir.
So you believe that with your entry into the market down there, so to speak, that there's a lot of opportunity still for new restaurants, and the ones that are there, I mean, how do you see the competition there going?
I think they welcome the competition. Like, we had a letter from Carrie Keno, and she's wonderful, and she's like, what happens is, she's a chef, I'm sorry. Like Mr. Ho talked about earlier, in terms of a lot of concentration of restaurants are across the bypass. If you look within the stone's throw, you have, O'Charlie's and Lone Star, or whatever that steak place is, Colton's, O'Charlie's, El Chico's. You have 5 or 6 within 100 feet. They all feed off each other. Okay. But the problem, we want to bring people to downtown, so people go downtown, just like you probably drive around. What am I in the mood for? And you ask whoever's in the car, what do you feel like? There, no, how about there? So I definitely think that having 4 restaurants downtown is wonderful. In fact, the other restaurants are very much supportive of this in terms of bringing people downtown to look to eat versus just driving around in a circle on the bypass. You know, we're chain restaurants. This is locally owned. This is, you know, somebody, you know, from Jonesboro, for Jonesboro members to keep them from driving to Memphis, to keep them from driving to Paris. You know, that kind of thing. We lose a lot of revenue dollars in doing so.
Thank you.
Wonderful question.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from the board?
Well, in his defense, people they don't want to go to the same place.
Thanks.
Well, absolutely. That's some variety.
Adds to a variety too.
I crunched the numbers, and I think it's something in Trade County. You know, we've got, you know, 82,000 folks and 16 restaurants. It's 5,135 per license.
Have you already been to our seminar?
Yes, I know. Very much so.
Let me ask you, one of the things you passed out here was.
You enjoyed Mr. I did. I like his dry sarcasm.
You,
So do we.
you passed out an alcohol awareness
Yes.
certificate. What is
Yes.
this?
That is, I think it's one thing just to say, hey, we're gonna watch what our servers, you know, for. I don't think that's enough. I think there needs to be a comprehensive training program. This is 15 pages of the most comprehensive alcohol training program that I've seen. And I've researched it. This comes from corporate. I put a friend of mine who works in corporate. There's a 10-minute tape that goes along with it. It is daily training. It goes through. I think it needs to be a standard, like Dr. Hogue was saying. I've always looked on. So my name is associated with this. I'm a medical provider in this community. I cannot afford to have, you know, for the sake of my practice, for the sake of anything. This has to run straight.
Is this the one that is put out by the Arkansas Hospitality Association?
It's not. This is a sort of a conglomerate form that was, it's actually put out by a chain restaurant who has, you know, they have like more attorneys than I think you just did that. It's like a super form that's made up. It covers across the broad basis. It incorporates what you're referring to.
Are you a member of the Hospitality Association?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, they have a pretty extensive program as well. It seemed like the names are very similar.
I'm sure they use a lot of the same language.
Okay, Mr. Hope. Oh, yes, you got a couple more things? Sure. Sure.
You have some charitable activities that your organization continue to pursue.
Absolutely, that's one of our main functions. One of the things, too, being in a healthcare profession, I do a lot of work at St. Bernard's. My mother, as well as my father, both passed away at St. Bernard's. We have some pamphlets here for you guys to look at a little bit. Again, I'm a visual person. I think people seeing things better than just hearing them.
Thank you, Sam.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. The more ways you can encode information, right? And you'll look here, especially on the back page there with the child space. The St. Ricard, they have 3 functions that really draw my attention. One, on the first one, you know, my mom passed away of breast cancer at St. Bernard's, and so cancer as well as women's health is a real kind of a soft spot for me, since I really want to pursue those types of things. The Men-Owned Cancer Treatment Center does a wonderful job, as well as they have a full women's diagnostic type of unit, mammography, that type of thing. Plus, again, my mom is an adoption specialist for the state of Arkansas, and they have a lot of what's called a store company, where they do during the pregnancy, the whole prenatal care. They provide a lot of monies for that. I think it's a wonderful way for us to contribute to the community, and that's definitely one of our profits, our purpose for nonprofit. The other issue, which I think is really important, my office manager, her husband, is the captain of the fire department, with stations here in Jonesboro. And there's about 115 fires. There's 98 active fire departments in Jonesboro. Another 15 can be hired this spring, and then there are 70 counties. These guys volunteer their own time to come down to camp here in Little Rock called Camp Sunshine. What it does, it assists burn victims, children particularly, in terms of being burnt, disfigured, etc. During the summer, they volunteer their own time. It's associated with Arkansas Children's Hospital. The Arkansas Children's Hospital actually charges for the service we provide. I hope to offset some of those charges through my nonprofit.
Very good.
So those are my 2 things, which I really feel strongly about.
I didn't quite get how you were going to do this.
In what way?
You said you wanted to help St. Bernard's and the fire department.
Oh, no. It's the fire department sponsored the camp down in around the block called Camp Sunshine. And okay? It's a private nonprofit unit. The fire departments are key into that. They've been under the assist of their own time. So what I'm going to do is provide money to the camp to pay for the medical services which Arkansas Children's Hospital does not cover.
You're gonna
You're a
donate,
nonprofit
you're
corporation.
corporate, yeah, that's what you
Yes.
said.
Your members.
Absolutely, absolutely. Brickhouse
Let's
Grill.
get that in the record and be absolutely clear.
I'm sorry, I should be more clear. Absolutely. Brickhouse Inc., the membership, one of the purposes of membership is providing services.
Okay,
Is that the only thing?
those two
Yes,
functions.
yes, between those
This
two.
and
Yes, I'd rather get more and be able to focus the revenues more towards two individuals instead of on the whole bunch. I will make it happen.
Good for you.
All right.
Well, I noticed here, purposes for giving to help support our mission of providing Christ-like food.
That's St. Bernard's.
Yes. And like I said, my parents were missionaries and I have a very strong religious background, so that
That's
doesn't
what
bother
I'm
me.
coming for.
Being an overall police officer, St. Bernard's is a region.
Mhm.
Everything has to start with something. Put it in the next biggest thing, the next biggest thing. And it goes as far as that.
Okay, hearing no further questions from the board, Mr. Hogue, do you have questions of the witness?
Yes. Mr. Johnson, right?
Yes.
Have you opened Brickhouse yet?
No.
When do you anticipate opening Brickhouse?
January 31st.
If this board decides that they are not going to grant you a permit to serve alcohol, will you still open Brickhouse?
Likely.
Okay. Why would there be any doubt in your life?
Because I really think the bills can compete. What I want to do is offer my membership something different. As Dr. Hogue pointed out, mostly individuals, they want to go to to a place where you can get a glass of wine, where you can get a mixed drink, where you can get a beer if you so desire to do so. A lot of the membership, the 105 current members, a lot of them, can't afford to go to the country club, that type of thing. They want options in terms of their dining experience. I want to provide that to Northeast Arkansas. Part of the dining experience for many individuals is the consumption of alcohol beverages. To some extent for their meal to augment the taste and their sense of the dining experience.
I seem to be picking up that you're not sure that you can compete and survive without alcohol. Is that right?
I think the ability to serve alcohol enables me to keep dollars in the downtown Jonesboro area. Enables me to compete in terms of bringing in better individuals, have more hospitality, more conferences, more conventions to the downtown area.
As far as the nonprofit endeavors that you're interested in right here, are you personally or are you part of an organization that presently contributes to any of those organizations, or are you just waiting for your alcohol permit before you get involved with those organizations?
Personally, the alcohol will be able to assist the organizations in a much greater manner.
Obviously, that's not the question. The question is, you're expressing that you're interested in contributing to those. Is this nonprofit organization doing anything right now, or is it just waiting, the nonprofit waiting for the permit?
At this point in time, we do smaller types of things because we don't have the funding. So we do things like we sponsor fund runs and that type of thing that benefits local charities.
You understand that the nonprofit, basically, by the regulations enacted by this board in the state of Arkansas, the nonprofit would not be selling alcohol to anyone, but be sharing alcohol among the members, and all the money that would be associated with the alcohol would be nothing more than replenishing the stock that the club already has. You understand?
Absolutely.
So, how would the sale of the sharing of alcohol contribute any great amounts of money to anything if no one's actually buying the alcohol?
People will come for the food.
Okay. And
Because
will
people
come
enter
for
the door, people will enter the doors, okay, for a dining experience. Part of that dining experience is the consumption of alcohol. They may not choose to eat there if we do not serve alcohol. We'll make the money off the food. All the proceeds for alcohol, as you point out, go to the nonprofit.
Well, there are no proceeds for the alcohol. That's what I need
That's what I'm saying. There are no proceeds, whatever goes.
What
Your
your argument then
pays for the
is,
building, pays for salaries.
your argument then is because we would be selling alcohol, we'll get that much more revenue from the food.
Yes, I think people will come and dine at our establishment versus somewhere else.
You heard Mr. Cole testify about parking problems. How much parking do you have right around your facility?
I think what Mr. Hope was saying, and he was,
Please don't tell me what Mr. Hope is saying. His testimony speaks for itself. Tell me how much parking
we
you
have 588 spaces in downtown Jonesboro.
around your facility itself.
Around my facility itself, we have actually another 35 that was added. We have 41 spaces across the Heritage Bank, which is by my facility. We have 24 in the Heroes parking lot, 33 in the Sheffield parking lot, 83 in the Union parking lot, 62 in the Threads parking lot, and 98 in the Skateboard parking lot, 45 in downtown our parking lot, 28 in Cameron's parking lot, 10 in the Forum parking lot, 79 Way, 159 on-street parking, and then 35, which is newly renovated by Mr. Clay Young.
How many on the street?
159.
And those are shared, the Sheffield's parking lot, does it have a sign, Sheffield's parking only,
No,
or all those are
all-
shared
all that is
parking
open.
lots?
All that is open, free parking.
So that's all shared parking.
Pass these all out and ask you to refer to it. And at this point, because this is not my witness, I'm not going to introduce these evidence, but I'm going to. I just handed you to look at a document that's basically two separate maps. One is sort of a photographic map, and the other is a sort of a chart of downtown Jonesboro. Would you agree with me that these represent downtown Jonesboro after?
Yes. May I ask when these were taken?
I don't know when those were taken. My question is, those.
That is downtown Jonesboro.
Okay, that's what I meant. And look at the chart, the map, not the photograph chart again. What I'd ask you to do is look through that real quickly, and just take, for example, the one block that you're on, which is at the top of the page. You might see that by the A of Main Street, it says Brickhouse Incorporated Applicant. You testified about all the different parking in downtown Jonesboro. Does Brickhouse Incorporated have its own parking lot?
It does not have its own parking lot. Right.
And
There's no need for its own parking lot.
And again, I'm not asking whether there's a need, I'm asking if you have one. Does Sheffield's have its own parking lot?
No.
And does Julio's have its own parking lot?
No.
And does Bureau's have its own parking lot?
No.
Okay. Does anybody in downtown have its own parking lot?
No.
If, how many people can park within, say, I'm not really concerned, and I don't think the board should be concerned about how many people can park at the bottom end of this page, or even by the county courthouse. I see one big parking lot about mid-page. Do you see that? Parking lot right there? Okay. How much parking is there just in the block where Brickhouse is?
There's 98 right behind the skateboard park.
Okay.
There is, what is how much down on the Chestnut?
If you don't know, you can just say you don't know.
Well, no, I do know. What is it?
Oh, he just.
Right there. We have more of that.
So there's 98 at the skateboards park. There is downtown. There's 45. No, it's we call it the skateboard park. It's parking now. It's public parking. Skateboard park has been done away with. Yeah, we just call it the skateboard park. Yeah, no. So there's 98 there. There is another 45 at the very end of the block. There's 20 right next door to us. There's 25 right across the street from us.
So just a minute ago, I asked you a question about what Mr. testified about the parking problem. I think I heard him right to say that there was a parking problem. You obviously disagree with that. You were going to explain what he meant to say. Please just tell me how you disagree with that.
I think what Bobby was saying was that compared to ghost town.
Again, if you would, I don't know what Bobby was saying. I want to know your opinion why you disagree with it.
There's not parking problem.
Okay, just plain and simple, there's not a parking problem. Regardless of what he says. Understood. Okay. Do you ever see pedestrian traffic walking around this block to try to get to City Youth? Do you ever see that?
No.
Okay. And how often are you down there?
City youth. Besides the time when I volunteer there, it's not very often.
Okay. How often you volunteer?
For a while, I cooked in the kitchen about once a month before Red Hook took over.
Okay.
Oh, 12 times.
Okay. 12 times you've been there.
4 years, yeah.
Okay.
But no, I haven't seen any individuals walk across the street down there.
None at all. Okay. And do you have any issues with the fact that we have an intersection here that's a little difficult to get through to get into the City Youth, you have to turn around or come from Main Street and go the other way?
No, all the signs are clearly marked. Apparently, the city of Jonesboro feels it's safe. So do I.
Okay. You stand to make a salary from this organization, right?
Actually, I have a job, so no.
No profit to you, no salary, no nothing? Okay, very good. Have you talked to the neighbors, specifically City Youth, since you volunteer there, about their feelings about this alcohol program coming in?
I have not.
Okay. You don't know
I've
what
talked to
they
my
have to say?
neighbors. City Youth is not my neighbor. They're way over there. I've talked to the sign company. They have a letter in file. Get Down has a letter in file. Kent Real Estate has a letter in file. Clay has a letter in file. That pretty much covers that whole. Gearhead has a letter in file. Audio Visual, all those are on my block. Those are my neighbors in the block. All those have files of support in my file. I didn't see in looking through my file, I didn't see a letter from Reginald or from the county judge.
Okay. That's it.
Sure. So City Youth is a full block, one full city block. It's over there on the left side of Shep's. Okay, I got you. I see.
Now, just for clarification, let me ask David this. One of the cases that we had, and I can't remember what it was, there was also, right down from City Youth, a Christian alternative punk rock club.
That's my club.
That's
It's
where
yours.
That's where this happened.
That's where yours is going in.
Carla and Joe Gordon sold it to me, knowing that I was going to make a private club out of it. And so I have their blessing for that. The reason why I talked with them, they did an interview some time ago. And so they, obviously, as being, I don't know if they're equal to St. Peter or whatever, but in the same genre of helping individuals, they felt that it was, I told them, this is what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to make it a private club.
Where did they move that
They moved
operation?
first, they moved over to Ray Street for a while, and then they moved out across the by 49. On 49.
So
doing
they
a
still
wonderful
have an
job.
ongoing
Absolutely, they're doing a
operation.
wonderful job. They're really good people.
A couple more questions based on that. You said earlier how close you were to the El Chicos and Charlie's and Joe's restaurants just across the bypass.
No, I'm not supposed to.
Okay, I thought you testified that you were.
No, you're mistaken.
Okay. So should we look for that record later?
Sure.
Is that it, Mr. Hope?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You've got a little more redirect here,
Yes, sir.
if that's what you want to call
I'm
it.
cut off of my direct.
All right.
Did you secure some signatures of people in support? Yes. Is this those signatures?
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, bring them all. Mr. Chairman. Did you also secure letters of support?
Numerous.
Citizens and other businesses downtown? How many of those letters?
Around 50, with the majority of them being business owners downtown. On letterhead.
Actually, there are 86.
I'm sorry.
I just-
86.
We were going to ask both of these, show those as.
Are those all businesses
Good
in the
thing they're
downtown
bringing it
area?
up.
The large majority.
A large majority, so 86.
There's 86.
Just trying to make
And did you also secure some records from the Jonesboro Police Department as to traffic accidents?
Absolutely.
And do you have, is this,
There's been 9 in the year to date. There's been 9 incidences for a total of $38,000 in change. That's actually down from a year ago with the addition of Sheffield and Julio. So in the last year, not only the number has not gone up, it's actually gone down.
If you'll recall, yes. You got ahead of me.
Sorry.
No, that's good. When we came in with Sheffield, there were only 12 for the year in this general area. From January 1, 2006 to December 19, 2006, we got these there's only 9. So we're actually down 3 accidents.
This is only,
Well, this was Main Street and maybe a block either side of it.
Right.
And a Main Street, a block either
Yeah.
north, south, east, west.
Basically, Brickhouse is in between Main and Kate in Main and Huntington. And so we got the 2 intersections in between.
Well, that's significant because as I remember, one of the cases, we had somebody here making the argument that restaurants bring traffic fatalities. And what you're saying, Mr. Gilbert, is that since these restaurants have gone in, it's gone down.
Correct.
does any of these accidents, does any of them say anything about them being, alcohol related?
That I don't have.
And
I
on
would-
there, it has the amount and the property damage amount and whether or not, you know, the severity of the.
If you will look at the severity
Right, it looks like 9 fender bend.
of the 9, 4 categories, there's no visible injury, and 2 claims are done.
Not every one of them talking about it.
4. That's the real negative. Did y'all, Ms. Cooley, did you get?
I did.
Are we offering any of these incentives?
We're offered the letters and the petition.
www.r-calfusa.com. Got a lot of information on it. As I said, we have 18,000 members, $50 a piece. You do the math real quick, about 100,000, 200,000, I don't know. But RCAF's annual budget is about $2.5 million. And so you say, who's funding this thing? Where are they getting all that money from? Y'all ever had bake sales? You ever bake sales for your church, your private organizations, etc.? That's kind of what they do, only they have calf sales out there. They have what's called rollover calf auctions, wherein 1 or 2 producers will donate an animal. People will buy that animal and give it back. They may sell it 15, 25, 30 times in one auction. South Dakota has been a real champ in this. They generally raise any place from $30,000 to $65,000 at a single one of these fundraisers. And they donate it to RCAF. So again, RCAF is the largest voluntary organization. The reason I keep stressing voluntary is because everybody had to decide to send in their own $50. Nobody is made a member against his will. And any of you that feed cattle in certain lots in Kansas, in certain lots in Texas, you will discover that you are made a member of a different organization that you may not even particularly agree with. The board of RCAF USA, which runs it on a day-to-day business, is spread across America. There are 10 different regions, 9 of them geographic, 1 of them tribal. And there's only one other member on that board, and that is the immediate past president. Arkansas, I believe, I'll have to double check because it could be real close, but I believe you're in Region 6, which is Dr. Max Thornsberry out of Missouri. He's a great speaker.